I see a lot of people say Pursuer is easy to play, which is right, but I see a lot of people also say he's loopable, which is a lie. So I'm gonna make a tutorial on him. So first things first, Pursuer has 1000 HP and 110 stamina, which is more than survivors. And not only that, you're also faster than the survivors. So it is really hard for them to loop you. Not only that, but he also has 3 abilities that prevents him from being looped. Cleave gives him a speed boost, so you can just catch up to them and deal 30 damage. Although remember, Cleave no longer kills people with a bleed, so only use it as a damage source or a finisher. Howl, at the other hand, let's say your opponent is very far away from you and they're running at the opposite direction. That's the time you want to use Howl. So you prevent them from running away, which also prevents them from juking you while walking. And if you think the survivor is too far away from you, just use Stalk. And also use Stalk in LMS. Yeah, that's pretty much how you play Purse Stealer. He's simple and easy to play. However, if you want to be cracked with Pursuer, you need to understand that the only thing you need to keep an eye on is your stamina, because you don't have any range abilities. If you catch up to them, it's pretty much game over for them. And they can't really do anything about it. Even though you can get stunned, you can easily catch up to them, so don't even worry about that. Artful is the hardest killer to play, and no, this is not an opinion, this is a fact. Let's start with his stats. He has 680 HP, which seems normal. Then you look at his stamina of 90, which is not only lower than the civilian, Artful is also not faster than the civilian, so he can't really catch up to them. So he's really forced to do traps around the map to prevent the survivors from running away. My recommendation, to every small gap you see, use a wall against them. And when you think you don't need a wall, just summon the wall immediately and repurpose it. The repurposed wall actually gotten a buff from the latest patch notes, and now it actually slows down the survivors. So you can actually catch up to them. Now, talking about the copyright. Copyright is also a really good ability, since you can actually cover up a bunch of places of the map, and they slow down the survivor by a lot, so you can pretty much catch up to them. So it's a good ability. Though be warned, you can only put 2 copyrights on each map. If you put one more, the latest copyright will be gone. Also, one more thing, if you try to kill the copyrights, it actually works. They don't take damage passively, however, a civilian can damage them to break it down. So keep that in mind. Now, Repurpose is Artful's final ability, which makes him change the mechanics of the abilities. As an example, implement the ability that summons a wall. If you repurpose it, it becomes a projectile that slows down people. Pretty situational, but it comes in handy sometimes. Copyright, when you repurpose it, instead of slowing down people, you speed yourself up. So now you can actually catch up to them, which is nice. And you can also repurpose the civilians, which repurposing a civilian makes a minion. Though be warned, this minion is pretty fragile with 50 HP. However, it also deals 15 HP. If you want to pressure the civilians all the time, I recommend repurposing them and turning them into puppets. It's really useful. Now, let's start with the main gimmick. How do you play this character correctly? Well, at every map there's small places where everybody could enter from. You need to put as much as walls there. And I also recommend spamming the wall as much as possible as well, because the walls have no limit on how many times you can place them. Also, another recommendation, whenever you get the chance, always repurpose stuff, because repurpose has a really short cooldown of only 5 seconds. And put the copyrights at places where you can control a crowd at, and also put them into looping places so they cannot use it all the time. And yeah, that's it. That's how you use Artful. It seems really easy, but trust me, it's harder than it is. But when you get the hang of it, you'll be the best Artful player in the world. Thanks for watching.